Hey everybody, it's Jay Bald, Blue Jays Outdoors, coming at you with a super exciting to the 2021 maple syrup season. Guys, today's a special day. There's usually one or two special days throughout the season. Today's one of those days. We have got a ton of sap. I've already processed 57 gallons of sap through the RO. I've got 30 gallons of high concentration sap, and as you saw on this barrel, I just emptied this barrel 4 hours ago, and it's just as full, if not fuller, than when I first emptied it. So we've got another maybe 50 to 60 gallons of sap, and we are going to make the very first batch of Blue Jays maple syrup for the 2021 season. Guys, I'm super stoked. So let me go collect this sap. I'm going to fire the RO system up, and we're going to fire the evaporator. So I'll be running the RO system and the evaporator for the very first time simultaneously. Super excited. Hang out with me today, folks, because you're not going to want to miss this episode. It's going to be an awesome night, folks. Look, I've already got everything back. I've got all the sap. It's at 2.5% sugar. Already starting to RO some of this sap into cremate water over here. So yeah, we're rolling, and I'm going to fire up the evaporator here in just a minute. So we're going to be ROing sap at the exact same time as evaporator running. We're going to be making syrup. It's going to be utter chaos. So hang on, it's going to be a sweet ride. So I know this might be a little repetitive, and I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure everyone understands. This is sap from a maple tree, okay? So it starts off as about 2.5% sugar water, and I increase the concentration through the RO system like you guys have been seeing me do. So as the syrup boils in the pan here, it feeds into this float box. This float box then feeds the sap into the back, and the change in density from, let's say, 5% sugar now all the way until it gets to 59% sugar pushes it through the system, okay? So you can see the transitional change, sap to syrup. We're gonna make syrup tonight, folks, I promise you, and we're gonna make a lot of it. Probably one of the biggest runs of syrup I've ever had. So yeah, let's get this thing lit. The RO is running. Let's get the evaporator fired up. Let's make some Blue Jays maple syrup. All right, she is lit. We're gonna make a lot of syrup. Stay tuned for more. Okay, so it was a little chaotic there. I had my neighbor come over and I made my first draw, so I didn't get to show you guys that. But let me show you what I'm looking at so you can see all this syrup we've got going on right here. I'm going to get a hydrometer reading and show you guys what I'm looking for. So I'm just pouring some syrup into this hydrometer cup. You're going to see the hydrometer is floating, okay? So we are right about 53 bricks. We're going to wait for that to get to about 55, and we're going to draw it off. So hopefully you guys can see that. Sorry, there's a lot going on. I had the RO running, drawing syrup off, talking to my neighbor, trying to make a video for you guys. So a little chaotic, but yeah, that's what's going on. So I'll show you guys what the draw off looks like in normal speed. All right, so as you can see, we're actually drawing some syrup off. So we got our 55 bricks, and I draw my syrup off a little early because I just finished it in the house, and it loses moisture as you're drawing it off. You guys can see the steam coming off. So I found that because I bottle afterwards, it's just best to pull it off about 55 bricks. That way I don't get my syrup too high a concentration. So we are making syrup. Long time coming. Love it. All right, so as you just saw, we just put the last of the 30-gallon barrel in, and we're about 3 hours in, I think. So it's been a pretty good night. I forget how much syrup we have. We'll have to get a final count on it, but yeah, it's been a really good first couple draws. So yeah, we'll keep on rolling along. So it's going to be kind of dying down now just because we're out of sap. So pre-warm tank is still full, but yeah, I can't push any more syrup through the system. So it's a good day, definitely for sure. It's 5 a.m. It's the morning after our third boil. We got a bunch of syrup last night, and I haven't really shown you guys yet everything that goes on after the boil. So I'm cleaning the RO right now. So I've got to clean the RO. I've got to go to the sugar shack. I've got to cover up the evaporator. I have to clean the firebox, clean the bottom of the pan, load the firebox, and then I need to cut some more wood, but I can do that later. I need to transfer all of the drawn off syrup into my 2-gallon storage tanks. I need to then clean those 2 draw off buckets. I then need to clean the filters, and then I also need to clean the barrels that I use to collect the sap. And I might have to go collect, I'm not sure. So there's still a lot of things that I haven't shown you guys yet. So I'm gonna time lapse all of this so you guys don't have to sit through, all of it, but we'll make it really, really quick. So there's a ton of stuff that goes on after the boils in preparation for the next boil, which I think will be this afternoon, because I don't think the sap's gonna run today, maybe just a little bit, but then it's not gonna run Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So you gotta stay on top of this stuff, because when it runs, like you guys saw yesterday, it runs hard, so let's get to cleaning. All right, so that's all the syrup that we got last night from the draws. So it's roughly, I think, 2, 3.5, 4, probably about 4.5, 4.25 gallons of syrup. So it was actually a really, really good run. Really happy with that. Float box was working really well. You guys get to see some of the cleaning process. So yeah, there's start to finish one of these operations, or one of these boils, I should say. So really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Yeah, I made the first draw last night, had a really good draw. I'm actually going to make another draw tonight, going to do some more boiling. Hopefully I showed you guys some behind the scenes stuff that you've never seen before, and I'll break down this process, about how I clean my filters and all that stuff as well. I'll show you guys all that in another episode. So again, really do appreciate you hanging out with me during this third boil this season, and we got the first draw of Blue Jays maple syrup. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well. Also for daily updates, follow me on Instagram. It's blue_J_maple_syrup. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and remember, the easiest way to change your attitude is to show gratitude. Thanks. I'll see you guys next time.